Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here, today giving you Week 9, yes, of the NPL series. So I'm going to explain this in like a nice little synopsis kind of way here, that long story short, the New York Metangs, who are the people I am facing in this very battle, not this one, this is a Challenge Cup one, they asked that I face them early, as good old Tafster here, as some know him as. He just asked that I have the battle early. He already had his Week 8 battle, so I thought, why not? I wanted to get my Week 8 battle in, but I didn't get to as of yet, so I had my Week 9 battle first. Simple as that. Anyway, I was on my laptop when I was doing this battle, and that's why I have the post recording here. So yeah, I just wanted to benefit both of us, just get it out of the way, and here we are. So I'll explain my sets real quick. Let's see. I exited out of my other thing, so I'm going to show the team here because I could describe the sets, but the EVs might be even more helpful. So I was actually using Hawlucha for once. So you're going to see how Hawlucha comes into play, as I just kind of wanted to be edgy with my set. I didn't want to miss high jump kicks, so I put Hone Claws, and then just keep subbing down until Lychee Berry, which will suffice for the Hone Claws. It'll suffice for Hone Claws since it would basically be an SD once I get one Hone Claws up. And I put a bunch of bulk in it because by the time my speed doubles, I'm faster than everything, of course, so not really worth it there versus just subbing down and doing damage. Diancie's mostly specially defensive. It's also physically to potentially take hits from Victini, as Victini is definitely a scary Pokemon. So I was looking at his team and I thought Diancie, again, will do really well. So that's that. Hawlucha I put because he has Mega Venusaur, and it's a pretty great wall breaker, especially for his team as well, so I thought, what better time to try using Hawlucha. As for Manaphy, it's a bulky Tail Glow set, but the sets are very different, as the Scald is of course Scald, but I have Energy Ball for Suicune mostly, Psychic for Venusaur, so I'm definitely preparing a lot for Venusaur. Gengar, I decided to make Choice Scarf in the case that he has Scarf Victini, or as a Haxorus it's trying to Dragon Dance up, or that kind of thing. I definitely felt Timid was the best, as I believe Jolly Victini would otherwise outspeed a modest Gengar. So I have Dual Stab, and I think Destiny Bond would be a pretty good move, as a lot of this team would be slower, and I would be able to take it down with me. Then I have Thundurus, which is offensive with a little bit of bulk. It's just outspeed Cobalion, I believe, or that was a Shofu video. No, yeah, I was trying to outspeed Cobalion. I was questioning that for a second because it's not on the Cobalion, so I was like, well, no mascot here. Nonetheless, it's supposed to be a wall breaker set. T-Bolt plus Psychic is pretty good coverage for his team. So that's that, and then T-Wave in the case that he tries setting up with something. And finally, I have Physically Defensive Calm Mind Latios. It's a good wall, plus it could be able to take out all of his team with the coverage that I have with enough setup. So with that said, let's get into the battle here. So from what his team brought, he didn't bring Mega Venusaur, so I was relatively surprised about that, but maybe he realized that I had a lot of things that could handle it. So he has Regigigas, and I'm like, what the heck is happening here? But basically just as long as that doesn't get a slow start, deactivated, we should be okay. Yeah, so he definitely has some good offensive mons here. Victini's a little scary. I don't know what Hoopa's necessarily going to be. Apparently he's done physical Hoopa in the past, so I could be scared about that. His rockers are either Cobalion or Donphan, so we'll see about that. And then let's see what his Haxorus set is. It could be Choice or Dragon Dance, or even Swords Dance. So going from here, let's just get into the battle with the music off. As I come in with my Manaphy because I think it's my best play overall, because Victini comes in, unless it's Banded Bolt Strike, it's not going to do enough. And then the rest of his team scald, pretty much. So, unfortunately, Regigigas can't get it going right now. So, I'm just able to Tail Glow up here, and so I'm at +3 and he knocks off. So I'm like, okay, interesting. But then I Scald here, and I do less than half, and his return does 30. So I'm assuming he was Assault Vest. I believe I did a calc, and that's the only thing that made sense. So I go for a Scald here, and I get a crit, and then take him out. So that's definitely unfortunate. Definitely hacks within the first 3 turns of the game. Definitely unfortunate. At the very least, the only way to balance it out kind of thing is he could have died from burn if he did end up getting burned instead of critted, but either way he would have at least done 15 more damage to me, and damage is damage really. So he decides to bring in Donphan, which I find extremely questionable, and I really wonder why. But I go for the Scald and I bring him down to Sturdy. I do not burn him, but he kills me off for the Earthquake. So I actually haven't done this calc myself, and so I don't know if this actually kills without the crit. He could be banded, but guys, don't run banded Donphan. That is a very not good set. I don't want to say bad, but it's bad. So if I'm to put 252 and then versus Donphan, choice banded, people run this. So if it's choice banded, the crit did not matter. However, if it was any other set, what am I doing? Then the crit potentially mattered. So I don't know what his set was. I didn't end up asking him afterwards, but nonetheless, he's able to take me out. I feel is definitely a questionable play because a banded Donphan is not in a good position if that is what it is, but I can't tell because of the crit. So at the very least, that's what benefits him from that, because I don't know his set from this. He could be Assault Vest as well. So basically I'm debating here. He has Ice Shard potentially, I'd assume. And if he is Assault Vest, he'll be able to get damage off on something, and I'm like, what am I okay with getting damage on? So I bring in my Latias. Here's the thing. I don't want to reveal the Shadow Ball yet. I don't think he's going to go directly into Hoopa, and I can just go for Psyshock, get off that damage. Maybe he'll think I'm choiced because I don't have a Life Orb, and then we can kind of go from there. He goes directly into Hoopa. So my Psyshock does very little damage, and Shadow Ball potentially could have 2 KO'd if I think about it, because he's quad weak to it. So unfortunately, I guess I would consider that a misplay on my part, as now it definitely puts me in the back, because now I have to go to Diancie, take the Shadow Ball real quick, and just try to handle it myself here. So he has Substitute as I go for my rocks, because that way I'm able to damage Victini. I can kill off Donphan now too. So he goes for Calm Mind, and I think, hey, Moonblast might kill. Nope, JK. So Hoopa definitely has Spadef you can't mess around with. So he keeps doing that, and I think, okay, I'm not even going to risk Moonblast. I'm just going to repeatedly Diamond Storm. So he's going to Focus Blast, and just, I don't know why he Focus Blasted at all. Shadow Ball was always his better play. I don't know what he was Focus Blasting for. Everyone on my team except Diancie resists Focus Blast, and Focus Blast obviously has drastically lower accuracy than Shadow Ball, and it has less chance to get a Spadef drop. So I don't know why he was Focus Blasting. I was really confused by that. So just going from here, he lands the next Focus Blast, and that's great, but it does just as much as Shadow Ball does as well. So he goes to the Shadow Ball again, brings me down to 11, and then I kill him off with the crit. So that's definitely unfortunate, because otherwise he obviously could have lived. However, I definitely could have brought something in next turn to kill him off, but it's just the principle of my Diancie would have been dead. So definitely unfortunate, but I mean, I don't want to argue in the first place, but I would argue that it's not crucial. In regards to differential perhaps as well, but I don't think it was a key determinant in the end of the battle. So here, I saw, here's the thing, I see his Haxorus come out, and I don't see in the chat that his name breaks the mold, and I just keep looking. Like, I looked at it for a solid minute because I'm like, I don't see that he has Mold Breaker. Does he not have Mold Breaker? So then I go into Gengar, risking that maybe Showdown is just not showing that it has Mold Breaker. But no, as you can tell, Earthquake does not kill me because he doesn't have Mold Breaker. And then the comments are like, rivalry, are you kidding me? Basically. But yeah, so Gengar gets to stay in here now, and he gets to sack off his Donphan. So it is 5-3. Gengar comes in here, and I've got Scarf Shadow Ball. I don't want to lose this yet. I can go to Latias pretty conveniently. So I'm going to do just that. So yeah, going from here. He's able to Volt Switch. I totally just realized. During the game, I guess I was somewhat sidetracked. I thought he could have been choiced. I find out later anyway that he's not choiced, but I totally didn't put 2 and 2 together until just now that he switched up moves. So he wasn't choiced after all, obviously. So here I go for the Psyshock again. I don't know why I'm going for the Psyshock. Like, that was just, it's not good plays on my part. I don't know what I'm doing. So I just go for Shadow Ball here, get a nice chunk of damage off. As 2 more will kill him. Unfortunately, not 1, but he decides to U-turn out, which is an interesting play. And I guess I Calm Mind because I was like, you know what, I might as well set up so that way I can kill him off in 1 hit, and then I can have the boost anyway. So here, I feel like Hacks at least, I wouldn't say balances out, as you'll see, but it at least puts it somewhat even at this point because he gets a crit and a flinch, which puts me in range of Latias not being able to get another hit off. So I feel like that balanced out to an extent. So here, because like I told you, I thought he was potentially choiced, I come in with my Thundurus and I go for Psychic, predicting his Haxorus to come in to take the T-Wave. Well, he misses the Stone Edge, and that is certainly unfortunate, and I'm pretty sure that definitely killed. So, like I said, mighty unfortunate. And so I just go for the T-Ball here because I got the Spadef drop, and it doesn't kill, but then he misses the Stone Edge. So, as Togue said in the chat, he might have had game if he hit. I don't think so, because number one, the Spadef drop I think would have ensured that Gengar kills. Maybe not. I don't really know. But Gengar definitely outsped his Cobalion, and as long as I didn't get flinched a million times with Hawlucha, and in fact I don't think I could have, considering hopefully the range I would have been at would have activated my Lychee Berry, and then I definitely would have outsped. But it's, I guess, might have had game is definitely something that's up for grabs, I suppose. So perhaps that was crucial. But yeah, obviously missing 2 Stone Edges is really lame. So here I just T-Wave because if he tries Dragon Dancing at all, I do not want him outspeeding my entire team. Even though I do have Scarf Gengar just in case. But he gets paralyzed as he has a Hone Claw set, so I don't end up knowing what his set is, like what his other moves are, because Moonblast from Diancie ends up taking him out. And here he goes for the Blue Flare, doesn't get the burn, and I just take him out with Diamond Storm, and it's going to be the 4-0 in my favor. So, not the most intensive battles, purely due to hacks being a pretty big thing in this match, but yeah, I wish it would have given Razor a better, wish he would have had more opportunities to show off his abilities rather than hacks/statistics going against him. However, the Focus Blast choices were questionable. For the most part, he definitely kept it together. So, sorry that the Stone Edge misses happened, because definitely would have helped at least differential-wise to an extent. So, with that said, though, that does put us at 6-2. And I'm going to have to figure out how to word this when week 8 happens, because I could be 7-2 or I could be 6-3. So with that said, though, as of this battle, 6-2, whether I become 7-2 or 6-3, you'll find out from week 8. with that added math. So hope you guys all enjoy. We're definitely still in this, thankfully. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.